Destiny has some pretty gruesome environments that tell a deeper story of what happened here so many years ago. Recently we did a countdown of 5+ of Destiny's scariest moments. Today we're going to continue our Festival of the Lost celebration and talk about 5 spooky environments that tell a deeper story. Cratas Lamps. During the Cratas End raid, you'll find yourself at the bottom of the Hellmouth, one of the darkest hive environments you'll find. Many Guardians have tried to venture down here, and not many have returned from this abyss. Now the lamps specifically are the spooky part. So you can see why that's a little scary. Thralls swarming you from all directions, these lights go out forcing you to find the next one, and the place is completely engulfed in darkness. Now this was the goal for Eris and her fire team, to get all the way down here and make their way to Crota and put an end to him, but of course that didn't happen and she was the only one able to make it back to the tower. The Devil's Lair Skull Room. Bones and human bodies aren't really surprising when you find them laying around in Destiny, but piles of them can get quite freaky. Now this happens at select locations on the moon and perhaps in other locations, but in the Cosmodrome this one is straight out of a horror movie. During the Devil's Lair strike just before the boss room you'll find this.
So this is the Devil's Lair.
So this path had a big part to play in civilians trying to evacuate during the collapse. As the story goes, they would storm old Russia, breaking through the militia defenses at the wall and finding themselves here in what we call the Blast. The reason for that name? Well, because their fighting would destroy these pipes right here, leading to the destruction of the gas lines which fueled the colony ship, meaning it couldn't load up on that fuel and it never took off. Some of these humans would remain stranded. The Dark Forest. The Dark Forest also has a really weird vibe. During the Red War campaign, you would venture deep into this forest to find a shard of the Traveler, the place where you would reclaim your powers after Gaul drained the light from the Traveler. This place would feature fallen emerging from the ground, spooky music, and apparitions of Tolan the Shattered. Plus the place just looks perfect for a horror movie or a game setting. You have the normal European dead zone here by the sludge, and if you venture just down this path near these little waterfalls, you'll find something spooky. The Ascendant Plane. Now this one seems pretty obvious. This place is literally an extra-dimensional plane tied to the darkness. Mara's throne world Eleusinia used to look much like the Dreaming City did, but thanks to Oryx the Taken King, it now looks like it does in the Shattered Throne dungeon. The realm in appearance is very muted. Everything is sort of bluish gray and heavy fog sits in the distance. Many hive gods and others like the Mindbender have created their own throne worlds inside this Ascendant Plane, meaning we'd have to take them out of those specific throne worlds for them to be gone for good. Also, if you've played the Shattered Realm activity from this season, you know how frightening and cool this place can be at the same time. The Haunted Forest. The Haunted Forest was quite spooky. This activity was a part of the Festival of the Lost the last couple of years. This year we have the Lost Sectors, which is changing things up a little bit, but the Haunted Forest was definitely no joke. Now the goal here was to traverse sections of the Infinite Forest while taking out nightmares and bosses. The area was really dark, the skybox was pretty epic, and giant invincible hive knights would chase you around everywhere.
Cora says there's something up with the Infinite Forest. Watch yourself. Put your mask on and go show the bad guys they can't keep us down. And don't forget to have fun out there. After all, it's a festival.
Just a little extra to throw in here, it's not really spooky, but sometimes it could give those new players a jump scare, especially in Destiny 1. In the Skywatch below this helicopter, there's a random room that has no purpose. If you've somehow stumbled upon this, you'll find a Hive Ogre, which at lower levels in Destiny 1 was invincible. Anyway, Guardians, I hope you enjoyed this Festival of the Lost spooky video. As mentioned in the previous video, we've talked about 5 of Destiny's spookiest moments, while this one specifically focused on environments. Leave some more Festival of the Lost ideas in the comments down below, and maybe you'll see those in future videos. If you enjoyed this one and would like to see some others just like it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name's Evade, and I'll catch you, Guardians, in the next one.